Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Where Did I Put My Glasses? I am your host, Carmen, and I am here today with a friend of mine, Antwan Washington. Thank you for joining me today.
It's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to be a part of something that you got going on.
Aw. So, tell the people a little bit about you and how to
Oh,
find you.
okay. Well, my name is Antwan Washington, born and raised in Belgrade, Florida. Um, I'm a personal trainer. I also write music. I also do taxes. You can, you can find me on IG, Instagram at Get Next Up Fit 5. That's Get Next Up Fit 5. That's my personal training page. And I also write music, so you can find me on IG at Twee, TWEE, the number 5, and Denali, DENALI.
Exactly. And guys, he really does do taxes. So, true story, he did my taxes literally almost every year since I moved out of Florida. Like,
Facts. Facts. Facts.
but I got a new accountant because you guys know I'm a business owner now. So, I have a new accountant who handles everything. So, but he was um my tax preparer for all these years.
Big facts. Big facts.
And he's gonna make sure he do right by you. So you in
Always,
Florida, hit him
always,
up.
always. Get at me, please.
So let's talk about how we met. So I always, talk about how I met because everybody's always like, "How do you know all of these people?" And I try to tell people I travel for work, so I meet
Hmm.
so many people, and I like to talk to people. You know, I like to talk.
Facts. Another facts.
So I'm really great at meeting people. So tell the people how we met.
So we met down in Florida, West Palm Beach,
Mhm.
and how I can describe it is like you just came out of nowhere, really. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just like we ended up linking, and I don't know, like it just like a blur from like it was a blur for me, to be honest. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're such a genuine person, and just the vibes is unmatched. Like
Oh, thank you.
for real, for real. Like it was just like you know, like certain people get placed in your life for a certain reason. It kind of
Hmm.
felt like that moment. You know what I'm saying? For me personally, when I met you, Kay, it was like, oh wow, like you know what I'm saying? Like we was like different but similar in the same way. So it was really, really dope experience.
Yeah, it definitely was. It definitely.
Mm-hmm.
What was one of your like funniest or most memorable moments? I won't lie. I would say the car crash.
I'm gonna
'Cause
say the car crash. I'm gonna definitely say the car crash. Or it wasn't really a crash, but you know the car, the little scrape.
So guys, can I tell y'all about this sketchy ass motherfucking car crash? Guys, let me just tell y'all. So I went and got a tummy tuck. And I wanted this so bad. And so for the doctor, as everybody know, y'all all know, I'm into plastic surgery. I don't know why, I just like it and I get things done. So I got a tummy tuck, and you have to have someone who takes you to your appointments because you can't drive me, right? I was like a baby almost. I couldn't
Hmm. No, facts,
I,
facts.
I couldn't do anything, but I'm so grateful for you, Liz. Like y'all really like held it down. And
Facts.
Morgan. You remember my friend Morgan?
I do
You
remember Morgan.
like y'all three really pulled through for me. Think because the tummy tuck is no joke, guys.
Mm,
No joke.
no, big
So
facts.
we are coming from the appointment and I I couldn't drive. I think I was high as hell from them goddamn pills. And I don't know if the guy like ran into us, but stopped his car and two Mexican guys hopped out of the truck. Do you remember that?
I do remember that. Like, I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. So we in downtown Broward, so that's Fort Lauderdale. I think we on Broward Boulevard actually.
Yeah, and Fort
So
Lauderdale.
it's a one way. I'm pretty sure it's a one way with a whole bunch of lanes, but we had to make that right to get on 95.
Mm-hmm.
And that right lane was kind of merging a little bit because the road was getting a little skinny. So I had
Mm-hmm.
my blinkers on, and the dude behind me, he all the way behind me. I had my blinkers on for a little minute. I'm getting over into the lane. Everybody know you got to merge over to get to 95. So you know you'll let somebody in. Dude literally sped all the way up to the point where we just collided. And all of a sudden, dudes hopping out the car left and right. Then that's, dudes leaving the scene and all type of stuff. So we like, what's like, you know what I'm saying? We really trying to figure out what's going on. Police come. Police is not taking our side. I don't want to say it was a color thing.
So let me tell you something about my podcast. We don't sugarcoat shit. We say things for what it is.
Okay.
It was a color thing. He knew the cops because he called the cops on his phone.
Right.
And the cop was calling him by his name, remember?
Right. Facts. Like he knew exactly who this dude was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. So, like, you know what I'm saying? So now we getting the whole, like, you know what I'm saying? You hate to take it there, but, you know what I'm saying? Like, we going to keep it 100% there, huh? It definitely was a racial thing because he not even trying to come hear our side of the story. No. He's just telling us, oh, okay, like he just giving us the little shush off. But meanwhile, he having a whole full-blown episode with the other dude. Meanwhile, all his homies jumping out the car, running away.
That wasn't his homie. Those were his illegal workers. Let's call it what it was.
Oh, yeah. That's what it must have been. I'm talking about out of love.
Yo. It was funny, but it wasn't because I was already in pain.
Oh, facts. And I felt so bad. I was like, yo, I ain't not mean to cause none of that. I forgot you just got your stuff done. So you feel me? Yeah, it wasn't a good scene.
It wasn't, but I mean, we survived, like we weren't hurt. It's just the car. It's tangible. Our lives are okay, and those Mexicans weren't deported, so that's great.
Facts. And after that day, I grew, like, you know what I'm saying, like I always had respect from you from day one because like you had a neutral vibe, like I just like, you know what I'm saying, we gravitated to each other. But after that day, how you handled that moment, that really made me respect you a whole lot more. Like I'll do anything for you. You know what I'm saying? Like you got anything going on, I'm gonna hop in on it because anybody would have just blew up. You know what I'm saying? It could have went left. Like it could have really been left. And the way you handle it, like kind of helped me. You know what I'm saying? In a way to see how you handle certain situations with people that special. You know what I'm saying? So I really, really, really fuck with you for that, for real.
But like you were a solid dude, so I know it. Like there was no reason for it to. And you know me, I'm solid. I like when I try to explain to people, like I'm solid to this ground. All 10 toes are down.
100%.
And there's no reason to. Some people are accusatory or negative. I try to find some sort of positive, even if it's overwhelming, or even if I'm like sad about something or trying to figure something out. There will be a way out of the situation, or will be a way for it to get fixed, or there's no reason to make everything a blow up situation, especially 100%. When it's people you care about involved. You don't do that.
100%. That's 100%. And I learned a lot from you that day. I ain't gonna lie. I always remember that moment, and I always like stick to it when I like kind of get in situations where I got the right to blow up on somebody. But you know what I'm saying? Like I want to, but like you just said, it's always a way,
It is. There's no reason to just go through the roof. I mean, look, I'm still here. You still here.
I'm still here. I'm gonna be here forever. I'm here with you.
So there's besides him being Antwan and me being Carmen, there's so many different facets to you, especially on social media. You're a great presence. So he's not only Antwan, my friend, he's also Tweeds and Alley, as he told you. And for your personal training, do you just have them call you Antwan?
Well, they call me Coach Twan, Coach Tweed. Get next up fit. It don't even matter. I'm gonna answer to all of them.
So he's Antwan, he's the rapper, he's the health coach. Like, how do you balance being them all? Because they're all separate personalities. Like I don't know the rapper, and I don't know. Well, you've always been healthy, and remember when I was vegan, I used to always preach the vegan life.
Fact. And the crazy thing is, I became vegan.
I know. I follow you. So, so everybody know I'm fake vegan. I'm only vegan Monday through Friday and Antwan. On Saturday and Sunday, I will fuck some crab legs up.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. At all. You know what I'm saying?
But how do you balance being them all, being that they may be all separate personalities?
I think I'm truly starting to be me, you know what I'm saying, 100%. You know what I'm saying? I've always been, I would say, multi-talented, or just my mind on. I've always been running 100 miles an hour in my head, so I want to do a whole bunch of things. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna lie, it do come with its challenges. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I find that it's very hard to master things when you're doing multiple things at one time. But
Mm-hmm.
I know for one thing that is me because you know, I find peace in it. I find peace in jumping from one subject to another. You know what I'm saying? I like that variety. So I would just say I think it's just 100% me. I'm starting to wake up and be me and not be afraid to take on challenges. You know?
What is it? Jack of all trades, but master of none.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean that you are not efficient and all. It's just you want to try so many different things. Like at work, I'm a speech pathologist, but like when I'm podcasting, I'm Carmen. When I'm a Tequila Tuesday, I'm loud and I'm crazy. You know what I mean? So like I'm so many different things. So I understand, but like I know as like sometimes as a musician, right? Musicians, I know oftentimes have to have this larger than life, bigger personality, and you always been so calm. Well, from
Mm-hmm.
the side I see, I've never seen no other side. It could
Right.
be another
Right.
side. I don't know. I
You don't
don't
know that. You
know.
don't know that tweet yet, but
Yeah, I
no.
don't know that tweet yet. I've never seen it. I've only seen the calm, sweet, and nice. So, like, I don't know. Do you have to be like a different personality for the music writer? Do you have to be a different personality? Like, I know for the health coach, you've always played football. He played football in Turkey, guys.
Oh yeah, fast, cross seas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You didn't even tell the people about that.
I
That
know. Yeah, that was. I mean, I'm gonna say this too. I'm gonna go back and rewind. I'm a traveler. I'm a traveler at heart. I want to travel the world. I want to go eat all these people food, and I want to learn about different cultures because I know my traveling experience definitely
mm-hmm.
helped shape who I am today. I start to see things from a different perspective,
Mm-hmm.
from a different way of life, and I start to know you can create your own. So that's a big part of me too as well. But I'm gonna go back to your question though. So I'm gonna just 100% be me. I'm gonna always be the same person. Um, I'm not gonna try to create music to please anybody. I'm doing it
Mm-hmm.
because this is something that I wanted to do. This is something that I like. You know what I'm saying? Like one day I say, you know what, I'm gonna go to the studio. So I'm gonna be me 100% on the track, off the track. Like you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, okay, yeah, that is. You know what I'm saying? Part of his being. But it might surprise some people sometimes because the same way I like to do multiple things, I'm a tax preparer. You know what I'm saying? I'm a personal trainer. I think with my music, I'm going to try to branch off as well. I'm going to try to do a whole bunch of different things. So that's going I'm not sure how that's going to play out. But like I said, I'm doing this for me. So, you
Exactly.
know. Mm-hmm.
So what are the different things you want? Would you mind divulging? You want to surprise us?
Oh,
Because
no, no problem.
I follow Tweeds and Alley on the other Antwan Tweeds and Alley. I follow him on Instagram and on TikTok. So I'm sure I'm gonna see soon. But can you give us a little glimpse? Like, are you gonna learn some different instruments? Are you gonna look at a different genre? Like, what are you looking towards as far as changing up that area?
Okay, I'm going to say it's a learning process because, like, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? First, I thought music was just, oh, yeah, you just go in the studio and you just lay it down. I learned that it's a whole process to it to make a track. You know what I'm saying? So, as I started to learn, I've been recording at Palm Beach Records, a real dope studio, really dope people.
Mm-hmm.
They taught me a lot inside the studio, like how to make sounds and all these things and how to trust myself. So, as I'm going on this journey, I think you can expect a lot more emotion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not saying I ain't never been emotional, but like, you know, I well, not in a good way, I'm working on it. But but I'm gonna say you're gonna get a lot of like, you know what I'm saying, what I'm feeling in this moment, what I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking, you know what I'm saying, how I feel about this situation. Not, you know what I'm saying, not just a regular turn up track. Like, you know, how, you know what I'm saying, how mainstream might push it or something. It's gonna be actually some shit that could be like, okay, I can get on 95 and slide out to, you know?
Something you could vibe to. So more lyrical.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. So I'm a lyrical. Everybody knows. So everybody knows, and the people who listen in, and I hate rap. And you already know that I hate rap.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Mm-hmm.
I'm always playing. If it's not like The Weekend or like
The
Janae
weekend. I used to
Ayoko,
love the weekend.
I still do. Not used to. Don't do my husband like that. No, but I love everything smooth. But I do love lyricists. So if you're
Mhm.
lyrical, I would listen all day. Like J. Cole, I love to listen to him. I can listen to him all day. Like anyone who is willing to paint a picture in your head and give you evoke some type of emotion through their music, I'm here for it. So I can't wait to hear what's next.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I've been getting a lot of influence from my surroundings. I've been going through, you know what I'm saying, a lot right now. Like in a
Mm-hmm.
good way though. In a good way
Mm-hmm.
where I can see a picture and I can paint it for you. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to be referred to as a rapper, you know what I'm saying? I want to be referred
Mm-hmm.
to as an artist, you know what I'm saying? Just paint a picture, you know what I'm saying, getting you to convey it, you know what I'm saying, the same way, you know?
I love that. An artist, not so I would say artist moving forward. I won't say
Yeah.
rapper.
For sure.
So where did the name Tweet come from?
Okay, so Tweet, so okay, boom, my name Antwan, but you would think, you know what I'm saying, everybody call me Twan.
Mm-hmm.
So around, I think, middle school, I think that's when, okay, I ain't gonna lie, it's a little spin off from Weezy. Like, you know what I'm saying, when Lil Wayne came out, they started calling him Weezy. But, but one time, somebody had called me Tweezy one time. And it just kind of stuck. And that's what everybody would call me, Tweezy, 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 Tweezy. And then, you know, for short, you know what I'm saying, like nobody want to say that was longer than 2 syllables. So, you know what I'm saying, Tweet, you know what I'm saying, keep it nice and sweet. Tweet, like, what's up, Tweet? For real.
That's funny. I never knew that.
For
I never
real.
knew.
For
I never
real.
knew. Oh, that's funny, Tweezy. Because I do know some of your classmates, I'm friends with Lisa and them, but they just always called you Antwan, so I never knew.
Oh yeah, so yeah, they don't know me by Tweezy like that. It's more so like the little inner group or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then
Oh,
everybody gonna be like Tweezy, but now they probably gonna call me Tweezy for sure.
okay. Now, where Denali came in? Like, where did the Denali come in?
Okay, so the first rap name I came out with was FTFX Tweezy. So the FTL standing for Feed the Family. That's something that I created in high school with all my homies. You know what I'm saying? I wanted us to, like, you know what I'm saying, be a little tight click. I ain't want to do it in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? To make no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? To be y'all with ball players and everything with the future. But I wanted to make a bond. You know what I'm saying? So I came out with FTL, Feed the Family. And so that's what we called ourselves, you know what I'm saying, throughout the whole high school. You know what I'm saying? Even till now. Sorry about that. My group chat name is FTF. So the first rap name I came out was FTF Tweezy. But then I started to see that wasn't a real good marketing move. I didn't really think it through because it's a lot of people with FTF in front of their name for some reason. I don't know what it stands for, but you know.
You never know. Everybody's probably thinking the same thing. Feed the family.
Facts. That is, you know what I'm saying, real simple. So, you know, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna revamp this and go with something a little bit more original, you know what I'm saying, something close to me, but I also want to make it mean something, you know what I'm saying, so I didn't want to make it just any little name, I wanted to make it mean something, so Tweet, that just me, you know what I'm saying, everybody called me that, so I'm like, I wanted to keep the Tweet in there, you know what I'm saying, and then Denali came when I was doing a little research on names that, like, you know what I'm saying, like with a meaning, so Denali means the great one or the high one, you know. So with this character that I want to portray, or you know what I'm saying, being me, but you know what I'm saying, another extension of myself, I want it to like mean something. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want it to just be something just you know, I want it to mean something to me. So I was like, damn, Denali. And I was like, and then it's just kind of a Native American name too. So, you know, I got a lot of Native American roots as well. So it just kind of stuck with me. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna just be Tweet Denali. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like Tweet the great one or Tweet the high one, or like, you know what I'm saying? Something that means something, you know?
I like that. That actually matches you, like your personality.
I appreciate that.
Like I never knew like what the name meant, but I liked it. But I never knew. So now that I know it, it like matches you. Because I don't know, guys, if y'all can hear through his voice, like he's so calm. Like so calm. And I'm loud. Y'all know I'm loud. I'm a lot. Even though I meditate and my friends say, oh, you hug trees and meditate, but you're loud. I am. I'm loud. I'm extra. And to be around, you were always calm, cool, like always. And you just always thought with your head on straight. So that makes like a lot of sense.
I
I
appreciate
like
that. I appreciate that.
that. Hey. You transform also, like not even just like spiritually and mentally, but like physically. So like even though he played football, guys, like his body, not saying you wasn't in shape before, but like your body was solid, but now you are like ripped. Do you get what I'm saying? Like the transformation through the years, you can tell that your eating and your discipline has transformed you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Can you
Right.
say, yeah, like you have transformed tremendously. And like how has becoming a health coach helped you along this like process?
I will say more so being accountable for myself as well. So like I can't just say it and not be preaching it. So when I'm telling my clients something,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like I'm talking to myself too, because like I'm a human, I make mistakes too. I ain't gonna say I'm a machine and I'm just eating right and I'm just doing everything right. You know what I'm saying? I be want to have fun too. I be want to go on vacation. You know what I'm saying? Slack off a little bit, sleep in, and all that extra stuff too. But it's a constant reminder. I like being a health coach because number
Mm-hmm.
one, I'm helping others, but also I'm constantly reminding myself as well as my clients to that you can make the sacrifice to do better. So all I did, you know what I'm saying, through the years, I guess, you know what I'm saying, when I met you until now was just the little small things, maybe 30 minutes a day, you know what I'm saying, practice on things day by day. Just, you know what I'm saying, put my mind to it like, okay, I'm not thinking about a long-term goal, I'm thinking about a daily goal. And then after a while, it just started to add up. And then I started to change the way I eat and I just started to change the way I move. And, you know, things I used to do late, you know, so I'm having an earlier night and I'm in the house right now. Before I might be outside with the homies or something. But right now
Mm-hmm.
I'm having this conversation with you. So just little productive things, you know what I'm saying, that got me, you know what I'm saying, to where I'm at now.
What made you go vegan? I gotta hear what made you go vegan. Because let me tell you, guys, I was vegan for so long. I was trying to get everybody used to make fun of me about eating leaves and trees and shit. And it's like, come on, guys, like feed your body. Like you gotta feed. I used to give
Facts.
them literature. I used to try to explain, and I would make Antoine. Let me tell you, I would make like my vegan food for the get together. So one thing I do is I like to cook, and I
Facts.
like to I like to have people over.
Facts.
I can't say I'm not tooting my own horn, but I am a good cook.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, mm-hmm, but I think I am.
No, you would. No, you would. I would take up behind your damn. You is. Very.
So I would make the vegan food for like people for my get togethers and they would bring their food, right? Guess what food will be left over and what food will be done?
You know the vegan food gonna be on the table.
No, the vegan food was always done
Oh
and
yeah?
the real food would be left over. And I
Okay.
would be mad, like, oh, I thought y'all didn't like, so why I have no leftovers? Y'all
Mm.
see us talk about trees and leaves and rabbit food, but y'all done bust them cauliflower bites down.
Facts. Not real. I think people like they don't even know how good that food is. Like, you know what I'm saying? You a prime example of, like, you know what I'm saying, vegan food being good. And that's kind of what triggered me as well. I was like, whoa, like this food was actually good. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, I mean, I've always ate my vegetables and stuff. I'm Jamaican, so you know, I got a whole garden in my yard and everything, so I'm familiar with, you know, plants and everything, being with the meal or whatever. But you know, I was like, whoa, like you can actually make these things taste like what you want it to taste like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then what got me is the feeling afterwards. So, you know, you eat, you know, so you get done with your ribs, your oxtails and all that stuff, you know, you ready to go to sleep.
No, this food gives you life, guys. Like vegan food gives
Life,
you energy. It feeds you.
life,
It's the source.
facts.
And so people ask me like, why do I only eat vegan during the week and like on the weekend? So the reason why, so funny story, guys. And I don't even know if you know this, Antoine. Do you know I was in the hospital for like a week, almost like died
No, I did not know that.
from a fucking like bad salad.
Oh no,
So
I know that.
yes, it was terrible. I felt so bad. My friends, everything was at that hospital. Lisa and Greg, back and forth, looking. Every time I opened my eyes and them stupid faces, looking all sad. I was over.
Oh
And
no, that's
my assistant Mika, she rushed me to the hospital. The doctor actually said, so let me backtrack it. I ate a salad because I was at for lunch. I always have salads, even now. Like for my salads, I have like cucumbers, uh, what is it? Spinach, asparagus, quinoa, all different types of things just packed in a salad, right?
mm-hmm.
Chickpeas, just make it fun. And I got one from Whole Foods. And I think this is when we wasn't supposed to be eating iceberg lettuce, but they told me it was fine. They had a salad with iceberg lettuce or whatever, and I ate it. Then that night, my back started hurting me. So I was just like, oh, okay, it can't be nothing. Maybe I did something. The next day, I went to go drink some tea, and it like brought me into like convulsions almost. I couldn't like get warm. I couldn't get cold. Like I was so cold that my body was shivering. My teeth was clenching, and my assistant rushed me to the hospital.
Wow.
And I kept saying to her, I just want to go to sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep. She said, no, the fuck you that. It slapped the shit out. She slapped me back to life.
Mm.
Next thing you know, I woke up and I had IVs in my arm and all this other stuff. So I guess I passed out. And they told me that her slap saved me because it woke me up. Because I was going into like sepsis or into shock.
Oh, damn.
Yes, and so they were able to tell me
Damn.
like what food triggered it and what was in it and all this other stuff. And I ended up in the hospital for a week for them trying to treat it. And that day, when I got home that Saturday, I had my friends take me to Pollo Tropical and I ate some chicken. I said, if I'm a die being vegan, I'm gonna eat whatever I want now. I did. I went to Pollo Tropical and I got chicken. I did.
How'd you feel afterwards?
You know, I felt just fine.
Oh,
I
really?
felt just fine. I was like, you know what? I'm tired. But no, honestly, going back to eating regular foods, I can see my body has changed. I went from 130, I'm like 165, between 165 and 170, depending on the day. And I miss being light and small.
Mm-hmm.
And being vegan kept me light, kept me small, kept me active. And so that's why I went back to vegan during the week. So that way I could be productive.
Mm-hmm. That's
My
a nice way
product,
to do it, for real, for real.
my productivity is high during the week. Now on the weekend, if I go out and I want to go and eat, at least I'll get me some seafood. And that's how I do it.
Mm.
But that's how I change back to regular food.
That's a nice balance, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Having that balance, but you still got the mind full of, like, you know what I'm saying? That you getting, you know what I'm saying? What you need to get in out the vegan diet. I think that's perfect too.
Now, what is it like as your client for you to be a health coach? Like, what is it like? Like, how do you structure their health journeys?
Well, I'm big on people just being themselves. One thing I would say I learned on this process is that there's more than one way to do something.
Mm-hmm.
I've been across the country. I done seen different people train people different ways, different techniques, different methods, different warm-ups, you know what I'm saying, different eating habits. And they all pretty much came out fit, you know what I'm saying, with a little dedication and a little consistency. So I try to be real through the process from day one. I get there, you know what I'm saying, I talk to them about their goals. I'm really big on having goals. I'm big on having a vision to get to your goals. And then I'm big on you telling me what you're going to sacrifice to get to your goals. And I think it's just that. So, you know, you can expect me being on you every day. You get enough water, you know what I'm saying? You talking to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just keeping it 100% real.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know what I'm saying? From that, just being yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think when you don't pressure it too much, people start to, like, you know what I'm saying, get a pattern and start to like it and start to, like, you know what I'm saying, love the process. That, you know what I'm saying, it get to the point where we just have a normal conversation about new goals, you know? So I think I'm structuring it that way in a sense. I'm just letting it be 100%, you know what I'm saying, on you to get the job done while I'm motivating you to get to where you need to be, you know?
I get that because I feel like even like I try to work out. Like one thing I do, like I like to run. So running doesn't bother me because it's kind of like meditation almost. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. It is like form of meditation.
So when you run, your mind is clear, guys. Like you can, the only thing I don't like, I won't lie, guys, I have a really big butt, and that shit aggravates the fuck out of me when I'm running because it just hits your back and then your leg and then your back and it's just annoying. But I found shorts that compress you and like I guess keep you fit. Nike makes, for my big butt ladies out there, Nike makes the best shorts that like compress you in. But I'm trying to find a way to um build muscle, but lean muscle. Like, what would you recommend for like someone like me or like anyone like me that's trying to like build that lean muscle?
I would say start in the kitchen. Um, a lot of times, we just get into a habit of just eating anything, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Or getting on the routine of eating the same thing, but we ain't really monitoring what's exactly going into our bodies. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is we getting enough? We know we made up all these minerals, but are we getting enough of it? So I say just monitor what you're eating. And then the thing is, you don't have to do it like, you don't have to start off and say, you know what? I'm going to be 100% strict 7 days a week. You know what I'm saying? You don't even got to start off like that. You can just start off with one day out of the week that you say, you know what? I'm going to track my macros. I'm going to see how much calories I'm getting in a day. Then you start to say, you know what? I'm going to start tracking how much calories I'm burning. So it's simple as that. You always want to be in a deficit. You know what I'm saying? Want to be in a caloric deficit, and you're gonna lose weight. And then, you know what I'm saying, for the lean, now if you just start working out with it, imagine. Like, you know what I'm saying, if you just start doing squats, you start doing, like, you know what I'm saying, little exercises throughout the day, gradually increasing it. You know what I'm saying? Now you're gonna start seeing that muscle, that lean muscle come out. You're in a caloric deficit, and now that lean muscle coming out. You know what I'm saying? The benefits of it. I think it's simple as that.
That's smart because I know there's like plenty of people I know, and like I'm telling you, so I try to stay active, but then there's times where I won't lie, I'll go like a month straight of 4 to 5 times a week staying active in the gym doing what I'm supposed to do, and then it'll be that one turn up week where you invited to every party and every
Uh-huh.
get together, and then you had on had all the drinks, and then now it's a food festival, and then now you're in Vegas, and then, so it's like, I swear my life is random like that, and then it'll set me back because then I'll spend that whole week or 2 weeks of partying and forget all about my routine,
Mm-hmm.
and then I become discouraged. It's kind of like
A
like what
cycle.
is it? Yeah. Yeah, like the elephant on your back saying, like, you don't need that. You can have one more drink. What's two more drinks? Like you work hard for that drink. Go ahead, have that. Like, do you ever is there ever a time where you feel discouraged?
There's definitely times when you feel discouraged, and them the key moments right there. You know what I'm saying? When you going on holidays, or you know what I'm saying, you about to go turn up, or you about to have that extra drink or whatever. But also, you got to keep in mind that it didn't take you a week to gain all that weight. That weight came over time.
Oh no, my this way for me done came over like 3 years.
3 years. You know what I'm saying? It take time.
Mhm.
It don't take. You know what I'm saying? It don't take a week to get fat.
No.
But so I keep that in mind. So if you have a cheat day and you know you got to go out of town, you about to go on vacation, enjoy yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Really enjoy yourself. Do what you got to do. Have fun. Turn up. Because you're not gonna gain that weight back in the week. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what you're doing. If you're going a little too hard, then that's on you. But come back with a plan. Like, you know what I'm saying? With discipline. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just knowing that, hey, yeah, I went and had my fun. Now let's get back to business. Same way you about to go get that paper, you about to go to work, do that for yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you know you're working out for yourself. You like the way you look. You like the way you feel when you're working out. You know what I'm saying? So you're doing it for yourself. So it's like a job, something that you owe yourself. So if I ever get discouraged, like I'm going out, I know I'm not finna work out. I know I'm finna be off my schedule. I'm gonna go enjoy myself. And then when I get back, I'm back at it. You know what I'm saying? So I think I deal with it that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not being too stressful about it. You know what I'm saying? Once I get in that slump, I know I'm coming back up, you know?
See that like that's such a positive mindset because my ass would be like, well, I ain't work out all week. I guess I'm just gonna be fat now.
I mean, you like the way you feel though. I mean, the meditation, you like to run. You know what I'm saying? What happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? What happened to that feeling? Like, it just went out the window. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You love to run because that meditation feeling, that feeling. You know what I'm saying? And working out kind of the same thing. You get into that little zone, so you'll get back in. That's a cycle. But I think it's up to you to like make that decision. And that's why I tell all my clients, I try to keep it 100% real. I'm like, ain't nothing finna come out the L and save you. You know what I'm saying? To get you fit. You got to make that decision. So you know what? Fuck the excuses. You know what I'm saying? Make the sacrifice and get it done. Like, and then you start seeing results. You're like, damn, I like myself now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, damn, I went through that fire. You know?
You're right. And then maybe I'll stay away from the surgeries, guys, because I'll be cheating.
Me
Let me tell you
too.
something, Answer. I be cheating. If I get like a little bulge in my stomach, I'm going to suck it out.
Y'all.
Yep. I won't lie. I'll be cheating. Come on, doctor. Come and get this. I know it's wrong. And my aunt is always saying, like, oh, you got to love yourself. I'm like, what do you mean? I do love
Oh,
myself.
you love yourself for real.
I love myself. I mean, but it's quicker.
Mm-hmm. It definitely is. I
Well,
mean,
let me.
I always go back to you like working out too though. You like, you know what I'm saying? You like that running. So, you know, keep doing both,
No,
you know.
I do like weights. Like there was a time I was heavy. I was even doing CrossFit. I did CrossFit for a while. I loved that. My body was the best. I won't lie to you. My body was the best when I was weightlifting.
Mm-hmm. I think you told me.
And I messed up my knee in CrossFit. Tore that shit up. I don't know why anybody does that shit. I learned first of all, CrossFit, and it's like I feel like it's a cult.
It is. Though they be serious about it too. They be having t-shirts and everything.
No, can I just tell you? Let me tell you, it be people in CrossFit and then they have a whole belly, and they've been in CrossFit for years. How is that possible? Like, what are you doing that you look pregnant and you lifting all this weight? And it be the men, they be having the big round hard bellies, and they be real strong.
Men can do that though. I ain't gonna lie, they can do that. Be fit.
How
Still
is that even possible?
I really don't know though. I really don't know, but men can do that though.
Like to exercise and just create a hard ass belly. That is stupid. That is real stupid. I'm not body shaming nobody, guys. So don't be feeling all depressed like, oh, she out here body shaming. Nah. But that's stupid. To work on only your arms and your chest and have a whole hard ass belly.
That is crazy. I still to the day don't know how it's done, but hey.
Yo, that is wild. Sorry. I just thought about that right now. But I did try to CrossFit and it fucked my knee up. And I never went back. And I never will. But I will pick up the weights here and there.
I know exactly why though. Like, you know what I'm saying? CrossFit is it's strenuous. So you know what I'm saying? It's fun. It's like a form of meditation. You're in there, it's something new. Every exercise is like, you know what I'm saying, exciting. But one thing I did, you know what I'm saying, like I get a lot of people that come to me from CrossFit and they get injuries. Mm-hmm. Now, I think where a personal trainer, you can benefit from a personal trainer because, you know, CrossFit is usually a class full of people. So they can't give you that one-on-one training to say, hey, you doing that form wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, no, go. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, you know what I'm saying? There's probably some places out there that really good on structure and making sure you got your form right. But for the most part, from what I see, you know what I'm saying, from the outside looking in, it's people just getting in there, a whole new group, and they going. Like, you know what I'm saying? So usually I get a bunch of clients, a bunch of new clients come from CrossFit with injuries. So what I do then is have to start all the way back over from scratch one. And getting the form down, and then the injuries progressively go away, you know what I'm saying, with a little recovery, and then they'd be good to go. So I definitely understand why you, like, you know what I'm saying, that injury shit, that's not cool.
It's not. Like, I hated that shit right there. I'm gonna lie to you. So guys, like, if y'all in South Florida and y'all trying to get your body, no, you also do virtual teachings, don't you? I seen something like that.
I do virtual training.
Yeah, so if you need a virtual trainer, go to his page. Y'all see him and y'all see his clients, and he the real deal. So like, if you're trying to get right, like,
And it can
get
be
that
like,
virtual training or see him if
it
you're in
ain't
South Florida and get your body right.
for real. It ain't even got to be that serious. Maybe you want to wake up one Saturday morning and you say, you know what, I want to get a workout in. Let me hit up Twan. You know what I'm saying? FaceTime Twan. You know what I'm saying? And I'll get you right. You know what I'm saying? You know how some days you just want to wake up and work out for some reason? Let me be that motivation for you that day. You know what I'm saying? Just hit me up, book me, wake up, we get you a nice little sweat. You might want to do it again.
Do you have dry and dull skin? Well, we have the solution for you. With Indira Skincare's facial oils, you can strengthen your skin's barrier to trap moisture and hydrate your skin to reveal a beautiful and natural glow. And when I say glow, honey, I mean glow. Also, there's the vibrating pink jade face roller that is used to stimulate facial oil absorption while reducing fine lines and wrinkles with an extension to depuff and reduce dark circles under your eyes. Endura Skincare is not only here to reveal your natural glow, we are here to help our community. As you know, I lost my best friend Maciel due to domestic violence back in April, which inspired me to help women in similar situations through a nonprofit organization, Her Justice. Her Justice stands with women living in poverty in New York City by recruiting and mentoring volunteer lawyers to provide free legal help to address issues such as individual and systemic legal barriers. Unlike Maciel, their clients, about 80% of them, whom are survivors of intimate partner violence, have urgent legal needs in the areas of family, matrimonial, and immigration law. By engaging in advocacy, partnering with community-based organizations, and leveraging the pro bono power, Her Justice is working to close that gap to access to justice, particularly for survivors of intimate partner violence and gender-based violence. Now, Maciel loved the rose formula and used it daily on her face and her body, okay? Proceeds from the purchase of the rose formula will go to Her Justice to help fight injustices placed against women. With every purchase of the rose formula, you will be supporting women who are struggling in so many ways. This is my way from Masi to give back in spirit. So I want you to go to enduraskincare.com to make your purchase today. And you also can find out more information about how you can support Her Justice.
Oh, that sound, whatever it is that you're drinking, sounds so good.
That's that's
It's
that
that.
Stella Rose. Didn't you put me on that Stella Rose?
Yes.
Okay, that's that Stella Rose Black.
But I've upgraded since moving to California. I've upgraded. So like my wine selection is a little more elegant, a little elegante.
Elegante. I bet. Ain't you like you near Lodi? Like Lodi, the wine capital or something?
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm near Napa,
Okay. Okay.
but I lived in Paso Robles for a little while, and it's like mini Napa.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So my palate has
You
changed.
gotta put me on.
I gotta put you on. Let me tell you, I know all the spots.
You
Okay.
gotta put me on.
So if you could, what do you want your like legacy to be?
I thought about it when you sent it to me. And I want my legacy to be something like, you know what I'm saying? I want my legacy to be, let me try my word this. I'm gonna just say leave behind, you know what I'm saying? Leave behind my mark in a sense where I'm gonna be 100% me. I'm not gonna be, influenced by things. You're gonna get the genuine, person with great morals, you know what I'm saying, from my family. And you know what I'm saying, you're gonna get somebody that ain't gonna do you wrong. Um, so that, you know what I'm saying, that I can influence somebody else to be that same way. Like, you know what I'm saying, leave my imprint on. I don't wanna be somebody that gonna influence, like, you know what I'm saying, even though I may get to a position to do that, but that ain't my
Mhm.
goal to be a superhero. My goal is
Ex-
just to be me 100% of the time. So my legacy, I just want, you know what I'm saying, just good people, like people like you, like, you know what I'm saying, that those
mhm.
moments and create those moments where, you know, you like, damn, I got faith in humanity. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you get to the points where you be looking like, damn, like you can't trust nobody. So, so I want to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to make it something crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to be a superhero, but I just want to leave behind a mark of just, like, just
Genuinity, like you want people to know that. basically you were someone they can rely on.
Facts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Along those lines.
I get it because like I don't ever want to be like a role model or a superhero. I curse too much and drink too much to be somebody role model. Like you know what I mean? Like, but I feel you when I want people to remember me for being genuine, but I also want to be remembered as an educator because like I feel like I love to teach and I love to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I love to learn. So I always wanted to be remembered as someone who gave. And even if it's not monetarily, but some information or gave some insight or just fed your soul spiritually. Like, and you
Mm-hmm.
know how I am. I'm a soul catcher, guys. Not in a bad way, but I am. Like I like to take your soul and like since he said in Tequila Tuesday, Carmen just takes people and just like reforms them. And it's not reform them like they were a bad person. I love to just not recreate. How do I put that? How I'm like not recreate because everybody's their own person.
Give
But
somebody a
just
new purpose. Like, you know what
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
saying? Mm-hmm.
Give them a new purpose.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want.
I feel the exact same way. Like, now that you say it that way, I feel like I'm a healer. I
Mhm.
feel like I got
That's
healing.
the word.
Mm-hmm.
That's the word.
You
You
know.
heal the mind, body, and soul. I heal more of the soul.
Mm. Big
I
fact.
notice when people are around me more, they talk calmer. They find more solutions to problems.
Mm-hmm.
They become less combative. Like I feel like I'm more of a soul healer.
That's big fact. I can definitely. I see. That's your aura. That's it right there. 100%. Like, you just very captivating. You know.
So that's what my legacy. And I can see you as it because you're a healer. I watch you transform these people's lives on Instagram and just change them for the better. You see it from day one. If I hope you guys start following him and reach out to him and reach out to him for his services because I've watched him train people literally from like day one. This one female that you're working with and seeing her transformation and seeing her
Tasha.
form and seeing her she's just slowly shedding and becoming a better
Tasha.
person.
Fact.
um I don't know her name or anything like that, but just watching your clients as they transform, it's just amazing.
Mm-hmm. Big facts. Big facts. Tasha. That you referring to Tasha, and like she's inspired me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad you've been around watching watching my page since she started, and where she
Mm-hmm.
at now. I get messages every day about her. You know, and she definitely inspired me. You know what I'm saying? Watching her go through what she went through to get to what she at right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Listening and following that discipline, that made me want to be a healer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Want to be a teacher. That, you know what I'm saying? To see the progress and see and really take it in, and you know, and capitalize. So yeah, she's really
Exactly.
dope too.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you could, I always, I ask everyone this question, not on the podcast. I think like more, and I'm gonna start asking people those two questions. That question, what do you want your legacy to be? And this question right here, if you can be anywhere else in the world besides here, like where would it be? Like, because I know, like, the U.S. is a little ghetto. You know, I'm trying to like Earth itself is ghetto. But like the US itself, it's just it has so many pitfalls. The dating pool got pee in it.
Mm-hmm.
The like people are just crazy and racist. Like it's just people don't have a lack of regard for others' feelings or um what is it, their feelings, their orientation, anything. So like if you could be anywhere else, where would it be?
If I could be anywhere else in the world right now, I would have to say, what's this place?
I got him on this one, y'all.
You got me
I
on this one because I want to go a lot of places. I want to name so many places. You know
No,
what I'm
so
saying?
traveling the world. So what I do, I won't lie to you. Every year, I try to find somewhere new to go. I
The
do.
goals.
I try to find somewhere new to go every year because there's so many different places in the world, and people like I try to find the little places. Like people are like, "How did you end up in Kuala Lumpur?" I'm like, "Well, why not?" And like, and I'm like, "You really spent all that time there?" Yes, I did. And they're like, "Why?" It's like because I want to spend time with the elephants. Okay.
For real.
And that was the perfect place to spend time with the elephants.
Not for
And
real.
like, but if I could be anywhere else in the world, I think it would be like Norway.
Oh, why Norway?
Because I want one of those little tiny energy efficient homes, like right on the water. Do you see how beautiful those homes are?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just away from everything, and you can live in your own little world. And if you want to go to society, you can. You
Mm.
just go right to Oslo, and you could be in the city or whatever the case. But then you could just be on those outskirts, and no one else is around you.
Damn, I like that. I'll put that on the list for sure. Mm.
Just tranquil.
Now, that sounds lovely. And you just gave me a little inspiration too. So, if I could be anywhere, I want to go to Bali. Bali got
Oh,
these tree houses that are
yeah.
really, 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 really dope, and I want to go live in one. I'm fascinated with trees. If I see a tree that look dope, I'm gonna climb it. I'm gonna go chill in it, probably smoke one in it. You know what I'm saying? So Bali, I'm fascinated with tree houses and anything like that. So they got these really, really. If you look over Airbnb and look
Mm-hmm.
up Bali, they got these really, really dope tree houses. I mean, be living in the tree and it looks real dope and connect to other trees and it's like a whole home. It's really, really cool. So I think that'll be the place, you know what I'm saying, that I'll be.
So I hear great things about Bali, and I would love. So we would when we went to Malaysia, we were supposed to stop in Bali, but when we got there, they were having a certain type of holiday where there's no lights for like a week.
Mm.
So we
Wow.
ended up being able to get a flight earlier and being able to check in earlier in our hotel in Kuala Lumpur.
Wow.
Yeah, so they have. So make sure when you go to Bali, you check that.
Got
Because they
to.
have a holiday where there's no electricity being used. It's like and I'm not going to be ignorant and try to pretend I know what the name of it is,
Mm-hmm.
but they have that holiday. So make sure you're not booking during that holiday. Well, if you're gonna be in the trees, then maybe just book that on.
Nah, I still need electricity though.
Oh, I have a fact about trees. You probably know this already. So out here, they have a lot of hiking trails and national parks and like beautiful, beautiful redwood trees.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know much about the redwood trees?
I just remember it was they real tall. They real
Mm-hmm.
tall. And I know my
They're
coach
some of
was
the
saying,
oldest.
yeah. They wanted to take us to go see them.
So there's some of the oldest trees, I guess, in this part of the country. And I went on a hiking trail on a date. Again, guys, I tell y'all this every week on Tequila Tuesday. The dating pool got pee in it. No matter how nice this date sounds, it was still a pee person. So he explained to me that trees talk. And I said, no, there's no way trees talk. He said they talk to each other. And if you have a pure heart, they'll talk to you. So he took me inside and I'm like, today's the day I'm going to die. Today is the day I'm going to be serial killed in this national park. And they're going to it's going to be a podcast about me. Like, where's Carmen?
Where's Carmen?
Where's Carmen? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Like,
For real.
but I took the chance and I went, I'm here, guys. I'm alive. So I didn't die. So we went inside and we sat there. He was like, I want you to sit there and just be quiet. And so we sat there and you can hear them like, it sounded almost like they were talking to each other or to us. Like it's like a creaking noise. And you can't hear it when you're walking on the trails or it was like off the beaten path. And it's kind of like they were speaking to us.
Wow.
That was the dopest experience I've had on my journey to higher self in my life.
Damn. Gotta have that one.
So the next time you can go off the beaten path and just be one with yourself and just relax, I promise you, thank me later.
Not for real. That's all. Yeah, that's dope.
So before we go, if you have any advice to give anyone who ever wants to be like an artist or get right healthily, get healthy, get back mentally, spiritually, physically, and great health, would you have any advice for them?
I would say be yourself, trust yourself. Everything is within. You know what I'm saying? Like really trust yourself, really just be yourself through the process. And everything is within. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pull it out, all your problems, you know what I'm saying? Get rid of them, talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let them come out and handle the business.
I like that. I like
Mm-hmm.
that. Well, thank you so much for you and your Stella Rose coming.
It was a pleasure, absolute pleasure.
Don't forget, guys, that tomorrow is Tequila Tuesdays on Instagram Live. I
Mm-hmm.
want you to bring your tequila. I know me and Cincy go back and forth between Pat Ron and Casamigos. If y'all want to bring that Pat Ron, y'all can, but preferably Casamigos. Come and join me and Cincy while we talk about some hot topics, some hot tea and laughter. Don't forget to share Where Did I Put My Glasses with your family and friends. Click follow or subscribe on your preferred podcasting platforms to stay updated on the latest episodes. And give me 5 stars, guys. 5 stars.
5 stars.
You know you want to. Also, go to wheredidiputmyglasses.com for more information on me, the latest episodes, and to make suggestions for future shows. And also sign up to be on our email list. To interact with me directly, go to Instagram or Facebook at Where Did I Put My Glasses for your thoughts, questions, or comments on today's episode. Thank you, Tweet.
It was a pleasure.